Hello, everybody, and welcome to my Fyter Fest. What are we on? Night 3, I guess, at this point. Because it's like night 1, night 2, night 3, night 4. I don't know. It's like Shark Week this week, so they got a lot going on. Shark Week, hoo ha ha, if you get the reference right there. But yes, they are in Georgia, Duluth, Georgia, I think. But yeah, this is night 3 of Fyter Fest and whatnot. And basically, we kicked it off with Darby Allin versus Brody Kingston, walking out with Darby and walking back to the back. Then I will say this was a hot match to kick off the show. It pretty brutal too. Brody was damn near killing Darby Allin out there several times, and Darby basically fighting for his life out there against Brody King. Brody King was throwing the shit out of him out there, let me say that. Like, Darby even doing that damn cannonball, the whole dive thing he does, like a damn speeding missile at you and shit, looks crazy. But yeah, Brody was just beating the crap out of him, hitting the cannonball and stuff. Darby, fighting for his life out there. Even got caught in the sleeper hold, but he ended up dropping him then. Right after that, Brody King ended up hitting the big Gonzo bomb onto Darby, basically taking him out from there, which he ended up getting the win. So that Gonzo bomb like he landed on his head, by the way, but Brody King won. Right after he put Darby back into the sleeper hold, Sting walked out. I don't know why he didn't have his baseball bat, but Sting ended up going after Brody King, was almost about to hit the Scorpion Death Drop, but lights went out. Next thing you know, Black shows up, Malachi Black. Him and Sting had a stare down. King grabbed him. Black ended up hitting the mist in the Sting's face. Next, Miros Music Hit, and I guess he had shades on for some reason, which he stared at the House of Black and just basically stared at him. Could this lead to a 6-man tag, given that I know we didn't see Buddy Murphy out there, but could it be a 6-man tag next week? I don't know, because we did hear Miro call out Miro call out Black and all them, so the whole God versus devil or whatever they're going with that, I don't know where they're going to lead to, but it's leading to something, so there you go. Cole Carter, or formerly known as Tony Troy Donovan, Troy 2 times Donovan on NXT, which he was released from about a month ago at this point, I believe, for some policy violation, and he's already got work on TV, because I'm like, wait a minute, is that guy from NXT? So yeah, he's on NXT now. Starks, saying this, I heard you were swimming with the fishes, but now you're swimming with the sharks, so yeah, he survived that, hit job from Tony D'Angelo there. He was able to survive and end up on another show. The Blackpool Combat Club, John Moxley and Wheeler Yuta went against the Best Friends. William Regal and Orange Cassidy was on commentary. Honestly, I'm surprised this match didn't end sooner, but given that the Best Friends, like, they had a grudge to pick with, Wheeler after, Wheeler walked out on them, I guess that this made some sense this time, because I just don't really want to see the Best Friends out there in general. I didn't understand last week with the damn chainsaw, and then again, I thought this match probably should have been like 5 minutes. It wasn't a bad match, but I think this should have been 5 minutes, to be honest. I just can't. When I see the Best Friends now, it's almost like I feel like something silly is about to happen, and I just don't really want to see him. Beretta, I've always liked Beretta. I don't give 2 shits about Chuck Taylor out there, but this kind of was what it was. Mox and them won, so there you go. They had a video package for Claudio and Jonathan Gresham for the Ring of Honor title on the line this Saturday, I believe, or Sunday, whenever the pay-per-view is. I know they ain't Riccaboni talk for it. Next thing you know, what was it? Swerve and Keith Lee came out, the new tag team champions. Keith Lee with that Uchiha hoodie out there looked pretty cool. Basically, as they were the tag team champions, Swerve said he's on his hip hop mogul stuff tonight. Kevin Gates, rapper Kevin Gates, is in the crowd. Talking about they were celebrating with the titles and new T-shirts, but next thing you know, Mark Sterling and Tony Nese showed up then about the petition, trying to get Kevin Gates to sign it, because they didn't try to take some of the champagne out there. Kevin Gates basically ended up going over the barricade after they talked about his music, ended up punching Tony Nese out, and basically, swerving him using the cake and throwing at Mark Sterling in his face stand. So, did this like a WWE segment, some would say, yeah. Some would say even, maybe wrong on this, I talk about cake being thrown in people's faces. Maybe not like a Bill Watts, Jim Cornette thing going on, but I could be wrong, or could be right at the same time speaking on that. Next, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus went against the Varsity Blondes. They made quick work of him. Jungle Boy finally made his return. Looked at Luchasaurus and had a chair. And just didn't know what he was going to do. Which, I guess, Luchasaurus ended up turning back with Jungle Boy all of a sudden. Or is there more to the story? I don't know. Christian Cage made a bolt up the crowd and everything out of there. So, we'll see what happens with that. Ricky Starks went against... 2 dimes out there for the FTW title. Not much I could say from this. Starks won, but then right after Danhausen showed up, and I guess he wants a title match for the FTW title, so we'll see what happens there. This next was supposed to be, I guess they were going to have not next, there was a segment next, I know that. FTR coming out, with the AAA tag titles, the ROH tag titles, and the IWGP tag team titles. Talking about facing the Briscoe brothers at the pay-per-view coming up. That they had one of the best matches, of the year. When they fought them back over Supercard of Honor. But Hardware, he started talking about this 5-year-old girl with a regular heartbeat. And Doctor told her, it was a hole at the bottom. But a few years later, that hole closed up. And he said that 8-year-old kid is his daughter. And basically, he wants to fight as hard as his daughter did and whatnot. And he's going to do it this Saturday and bring the gold home and everything. And a legacy she can be proud of as the fans chanting FTR out there. He says he's going to fight like that 8-year-old girl out there and kick the Briscoes' ass. So, good promo from FTR. Next, Jay Cargill. Wow, why am I saying her name wrong? Jay Cargill, Cargill. Why am I saying the name wrong? Kiera Hogan, Stokely Hathaway, and even Jermaine Dupri were there. I'm surprised they would. It is, well, it ain't Atlanta, but it is Georgia. It's not the ATL, but yeah, Jermaine Dupri was out there. But it was supposed to be a 6-woman tag, but Layla Gray's not medically cleared, so they ended up just going against Athena and Willow Nightingale. Ended up with Jade and them getting the win, hitting the Jaded off onto Nightingale for the win, so the Baddie section ended up winning out there. One thing my friend pointed out, and this kind of has to go with the next segment, because we had Thunder Rosa, this kind of promo. I guess she's going to be defending the title next week at Fight for the Fallen. Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter show up, talking about them. One thing my friend Steven has a point is this, that the TBS title has a match and a feud going on, while the actual women's champion just does segments just little backstage segments for like 2 minutes every week, and now with Britt Baker showing up. So, TBS title gets a little bit more time, I'll say that. As they hype the rest of Fyter Fest and Death Before Dishonor, we moved on to the main event, which was the Painmaker Chris Jericho versus Eddie Kingston in a barbed wired everywhere match with the rest of the Inner Circle Jericho Appreciation Society in a shark cage. For some reason, Ruby Soho is in control of the shark cage. I have no idea why. Jericho, listen, man, like, this is almost like this is like Blood and Guts 2.0. I'm surprised they was able to get away with this with TBS, but since TBS, this whole Warner Discovery thing, and given that it's Shark Week, hoo-ha-ha, that's why they were promoting this match, because of Shark Week. And they wouldn't make it about Shark Week. They could at least have had sharks surrounding the ring and whatnot, and they could have just had them surrounding the ring. The sharks they circle around them as they're fighting in the barbed wire. That would have been more deadlier, but I didn't really need to see another hardcore match from both of these two. I'm assuming this is the end of the feud at this point, but I just did not really need to see just like blood and guts all over again. And then again, all these guys insane the shark cage that long, because they send Tay Conti out there to attack Ruby Soho, and then Jay comes out, which only gave her 1 week to turn heel. Okay, after Serena Deeb fucking wrestled circles around Zatanna, Anna Jay out there and whatnot. for some reason, 1 week it took for her to turn, and then they end up getting the rest of the Inner Jericho Appreciation guys out of the cage. And, the Blackpool Combat Club and Ortiz come out, and then they start brawling with everybody. Yeah, it's basically Blood and Guts 2.0 out here. And then Jericho and Kingston go back at it again. I know Jericho and them try to do a lion saw that looked pretty good. Jericho going for the lion saw, not lion saw, but Hurricanrani did. But yeah, he went for the lion saw, but he hit the chair. Kingston did a spinning back fist thing, which he took a barbed wire and then tried to use a submission hold. But Sammy Guevara came out, broke the hold, kicked him, through through Kingston into Jericho, which he hit him with the Judas effect with the barbed wire and won the match. But then right after, they wanted to beat up Kingston some more, but then they had this big ass botch thing. I don't know what was going on right here, but you could tell it was off. It was like they were just trying to walk around, trying to get their footing, and I don't know if Kingston tried to hit him with the meeting of the minds, but it looked really bad. And then Kingston just threw Jericho on all that barbed wire out the ring, because they didn't do it throughout the whole match, so they had it sitting there the whole match, right at the entrance ramp and whatnot. But they decided to do it right after the match, as soon as the match is over, which doesn't make a lot of sense. It's like they had to do that spot just because. But yeah, as I said, it did not make a lot of sense to even do that spot in the end. I didn't think this match made a lot of sense. I didn't think it was executed well. I don't think this match was necessary. We just had blood and guts. We've literally had 3 hardcore matches in this feud. So I'm assuming it's over, or maybe it's not over. I feel like it's going to continue anyways at this point. So I don't even know where this is going to lead to. And I actually thought Kingston was going to get the win right here, but no, Jericho still gets the win. So where does this lead to? I don't know. Who will it be next week, huh? Chris Jericho versus Jesse Ventura? I'm not even sure anymore, okay? So, yes, that was this shark cage barbed wire thing. I was not really the biggest fan of this match, and yeah, you could say it was brutal, but I don't think it was necessary at the same time. But hey, they got away with this on TV and not do this on pay-per-view, so there you go. Other than that, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. I'll see you guys then. Peace out. Oh, follow me on Twitter. I already said HoodedKnight890. Why am I repeating myself? Peace out.